This is part 2 of We Are Building a House. My husband and I are building a home, and I'm going to be doing a series of videos to talk to you about the entire building process. We bought a dirt build. And if you don't know what a dirt build is, I've done a little video explaining the difference between a spec home and a dirt build home, but that's what we've done. We've just spent a lot of money on a bunch of dirt. No, I'm just kidding. Eventually there will be a home on top of it. So if you missed the first video, definitely go back because it'll share with you how we decided to start building a house and our structural design changes that we did before contracting on the house. So this week's video is going to be a little bit more exciting because it's going to talk to you about what we did on our exterior, interior, home pro, and pre-construction meetings. So let's get into it. Hey everyone, my name is Danae Hewitt and I am your go-to DFW Realtor with Brico Realty Services. I am here to share with you a series of videos about my family and I deciding to build a brand new house. And my husband doesn't like being on camera, so you won't ever see him. It'll just be coming from me. As I said in the first video, if you haven't watched that one, is that right now I'm not going to share who our builder is. Things are going great right now with them. We're really happy with our process so far. But I mean, knock on wood, if things aren't so great, just don't want to put anything negative out there, release any frustrations or anything like that until, we're all said and done. I will tell you that our builder is a little bit more custom than a lot of the builders that I have worked with and seen here in DFW. And I don't mean custom where they're going to, here's a blank sheet of paper and then you draw the house on it. Absolutely not. No, that is so way over my head. No, they had a probably, 12 plans to choose from. And we chose one and we just made some modifications structurally to that in order to fit our family's needs. We also chose the lot that we are going to be building on, the location of it, and things like that. Now that we've done our structural changes and we've contracted on it, let me share with you our design center appointments. The first one that we went to was our exterior design center. And that was actually choosing the types of materials that we wanted to put on the front of the house. And we knew what we wanted the outside of our house to look like, but we also had 2 houses on both sides of us that have already contracted. And our builder will not do the same house next to each other in terms of elevation, but also in terms of colors. So we did get a little frustrated with our exterior design center appointment because we didn't get everything that we wanted to get because they had already been chosen on, I believe, the left side of us. We wanted to have a completely white house, white brick house on the outside, and we wanted gutters to be black trim, black roof, basically a white and black house on the outside. And the stone that we wanted was a really dark gray ledge stone to contrast the black and the white. Well, we were very, very thankful because the stone wasn't on either side of us. So we were able to get our stone at an upgraded cost, but whatever. And something that I really love about this builder is that they actually pivoted in this crazy builder's market in terms of not being able to get supplies. So in the base price of their house, you automatically get your brick painted at no additional charge because the white brick especially is so difficult. It is so difficult to get a hold of and has been for quite some time because everyone wants that white brick house. So what they've done is they have just added that painting cost into the base price of the house because a lot of people go to this builder if they do want to paint their brick. So what they're able to do is just buy, like the red brick that nobody wants, and then they just paint over it. So they're not having to sit and wait for brick because it's so delayed. So that's where they really shifted in the market, which we're really thankful for. So we were able to get the white exterior, the white painted brick, the ledge stone that we wanted, but we weren't able to get the black roof that we wanted. And that was something that my husband is, even right now, he's not super happy about. We have to get like a darker gray roof. And I told him, okay, it's not ideal, but this roof on this house is not going to be there for 30 years. It's probably not even going to be there for 10 years, honestly, because roofs here in DFW do not last a very long time at all with our heat and with our weather. You know, I told him, I said 7 to 10 years, we might be replacing this roof. So we can make it a black roof in 7 to 10 years. So that's something that we had to acquiesce on, unfortunately. But we were able to get the black gutters that we wanted. Our garage doors will be painted black, but we were not able to paint the trim of the house black because they're doing it next door. But here's a little loophole, is that our home is not in an HOA. So after this home closes and our builder is done and we have white trim, we can go back and paint it black because we don't need to get anyone's permission to do that. So that's probably something that we will do after we are said and done, but we will definitely look at the house and see if we want to change that. You know, who knows? So a couple of those things we did need to, you know, deal with because we just can't get it right now from the builder. And even though you think that you're building your house and you're going to get to do whatever you want, no, there are definitely stipulations that you have to abide by, especially when you're working with someone that's not a true custom builder and you're not building it on your own lot away from a bunch of neighbors. It is what it is. Like I said, we got to choose other materials that we wanted on the exterior of our house. And our builder also offers board and batten as an exterior material besides brick and besides stone, which I love. I love the board and batten. So we chose exactly where on the pitches of the house the board and batten was gonna be, where the stone was gonna be, where the brick was gonna be, and all of that. So that appointment probably lasted 2 hours, did not take a lot of time. The week after that, we did our interior design center appointment. And then the week after that, we finalized everything on the interior design. And I will tell you, it's really overwhelming choosing absolutely every single material that is gonna go in your house. And so some builders have like, I guess like different types of interior design center appointments. There are some builders that, one I can speak of in particular is like they have 6 different interior designs for a home, and you just choose the package. These are the colors of all of your countertops, kitchen, bathroom. This is all of the hardware that's gonna go on there. These are all the paint colors. You just choose and you can't mix and match. Nope. That's it. You just choose one of those. Our builder is a little bit more custom than that because if we want black cabinets in this bathroom and stained cabinets in this one, and our kitchen cabinets are going to be white, we can do that. And I'll say that towards the end, because you're selecting everything and it's really overwhelming, we decided our two extra bathrooms, they're going to be the same because I wanted to make my life easy. And I really like what I chose. So now our primary bathroom is going to be a little bit different from the spare bathrooms, but that was something that we wanted to do a little bit more elevated in our primary bathroom versus the kids' bathrooms, right? So when you're able to select pretty much everything in your house, the easiest thing to do is to start with your floors because the floors are gonna be everywhere, right? Your laminate flooring, and then if you want carpet, what's the carpet going to be in your bedrooms? And we like carpet in our bedrooms, so we chose to stick with that. And our builder actually puts laminate flooring in their base price. In every common area of the house and hallways, that is in the base price, and the bedrooms are going to be carpeted. You can upgrade if you wanted to put laminate in the game room, the study, and the bathrooms. You can upgrade to that if you wanted to. We just chose to keep it in the base price that laminate is going to be in all the common areas. Other builders, It's carpet everywhere, except for the kitchen, which is tile, and the bathroom, which is tile, and you needed to upgrade to a tile or a laminate if you wanted to. Once we chose our flooring, then we wanted to choose our paint color. And now here is something that I think a lot of builders do. They give you one color for the trim and one interior paint color. Now, interior paint color means that the walls will be that color, and the ceilings will also be that one color as well. If you wanted to have two interior paint colors, then that would be an upgrade. So we had to go, wait a minute, like in our house right now, we have gray walls and white ceilings. That's two paint colors. I'm like, well, gosh, we don't want to upgrade to that if we don't have to. So we chose a really, really light gray paint that we actually saw on a house. The ceiling and the walls were this light gray. So it's just all one color. And you definitely don't walk into the room and go, oh, that ceiling is painted, you know, this gray color. No, because it's really light. And when it's next to the white trim, then you go, oh, it is a different color, but it does not look bad at all. So after choosing floors and paint, then we got into cabinets, countertops, tile selections. And when you say that you really choose everything, I mean, again, you really choose everything. We were really lucky because they had samples of everything. And this design center happened to be in their model home. It was actually in like the 3-car garage of the model home. And we loved the kitchen backsplash tile, like loved it. And I said, I want that. So we were able to see that big tile all out on display compared to the cabinet color choices that we wanted and the countertop samples that we wanted as well. And this is where it got like a little bit kind of like a headache. You also need to choose how your tile is going to be laid on the walls, on the bathroom walls, on your backsplash. If you're doing subway tile, do you want them stacked on top or do you want them staggered? If you want them staggered, that's more materials, which costs you more money. The next thing is, how much grout do you want in between your tiles? Well, shoot, I don't know how much grout I want, so, you know? Can someone just make that decision for me? No, I have to make that decision. So when I say that you can get really, really granular, it's like, oh my gosh. Sometimes, again, it was just a little bit overwhelming, but they had samples of the grout colors, get samples of the paint, samples of all of the materials. And so it really just was piecing things together. At that first 4-hour appointment, we were able to get a lot of the pricing on the upgrades that we wanted, but there are a couple things that the designer needed to have priced out. And so next week when we came back, she was able to give us that pricing and we were able to make a decision of, yes, we want this, no, we don't want this. So the next appointment that we went to, it was still about 4 hours, maybe because we were talking a lot, I don't know. But we were able just to really finalize everything and be at peace with everything that we chose because we obviously could not choose everything. So then after that, we moved to our Home Pro appointment. And if you don't know what Home Pro is, it is more than just an alarm center and home monitoring, way more than that. We actually went to their facility in Carrollton, and they have central vacuum. And my husband was like, isn't central vacuum like what they did in the 70s, like so long ago? But it's actually super convenient. And it was something that we decided not to go with. It was about $1 a square foot for your house. And we were like, nope, not gonna do that. Also with Design Center, you can do surround sound in your house, whether you want speakers, anywhere throughout the house. And you can have them pre-wire it, and then later after closing, you do all of the installations, or they can, do everything for you. So we had them pre-wire all of that stuff because my husband is very handy and he's just gonna be doing that after the home is ours. That was a really great appointment to be at, so we can be at their facilities and talk through everything. And when it comes to the internet, which I definitely zoned out on, that was definitely my husband, and definitely the pre-wiring of all of that stuff. Again, I kind of zoned out on that stuff because, And then finally was our pre-construction meeting, and that was a great meeting. I will tell you that this builder, like, just they did a great job with it. We were back in the model home. One of their bedrooms, they had just a table and chairs with a big screen TV. He had his laptop that connected to the TV, and he showed us basically a bird's eye view of our floor plan, and walking through each individual room of where are your light fixtures going to go? Where are your switches going to go? How do you want the door to open? To the right or to the left? He had taken the stuff from Home Pro, and so he told us where all of those things were going to go in our house as well. Again, when I say that they get very custom, we got to choose the types of closet shelving that we wanted, the bars in the closets, how high up we wanted them, in our pantry, the distance between the shelves in our pantry, which I was really grateful for. I actually like measured my cereal containers that I have at the Container Store, fill the cereal. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is how high it is. So this is the distance that I need in my pantry shelves. So again, things like that you don't necessarily get with a lot of other builders. The upgrade that we did at this appointment, I mean, every appointment we had upgrades. Let's just put that out there, was how much concrete we wanted to have poured in our driveway. And concrete it's not cheap, you guys. It's not cheap. I think right now it's about like $9 a square foot. It's wide, and then we narrowed it, and then it's gonna open up a little bit more before getting into the garage. At some point you just realize how much money that you're already spending in upgrades, and then you just have to go, it's too much money. Like, it's too much where the final number is. Like, here's where I wanted my final number to be, and yikes, it's higher. My final number is now higher of this house. So it's definitely something that you have to think about, is where do we want our max to be, and certainly being comfortable with that. That covers it for all of the design center appointments and talking to you about kind of what we did and what our experience was with our builder. Next week's video, I'm gonna get into interest rates. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Where we are with interest rates, what we are currently deciding right now, and then I'm gonna show you some progress pictures of our new house. So thanks for tuning in to this blog, and I hope to give you more fun content about us building our home. So we'll see you next week.